Welcome to the Squeeze Podcast, birthday edition. The Squeeze turns 4 this month. I really can't believe it sometimes, and then I'm like, wow, how are we still here? Just kidding. So I'm Ashlea, the Orange Lady, here to give you the juice you need to build and sustain your career. I've worked in the tech, nonprofit, and public sectors, and I made the mistakes so that you don't have to. Sharing my first gen journey, those unwritten rules. If you find this content compelling, exhilarating, if it gives you a tingle, please reward me in the Squeeze with 5 stars or a nice little note. Share it with a friend. Subscribe. Make sure you don't miss any updates. You know, all the things people say. Now that I'm 4, I'm very mature, right? The Squeeze has really learned a lot. And I'm joined today by the person that has been with me from the beginning. A lot of times you might hear me talk about Michelle. Michelle is, if you ever see any content that looks beautiful, it is edited, it is just like so well done, like it looks like a professional did it. I didn't do it. Michelle did it. You know, when I launched the Squeeze, yes, I put all the design and everything together, but we started working together pretty quickly after the Squeeze launched, and so she's gonna kind of ask me some questions about this journey over the last 4 years, but from behind the camera.
Hi, everyone. You can't see me, but I'm here.
She's here. She looks fabulous.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Ashley. It's been 4 years.
Right?
So much.
So much.
Wow. Got started right in the middle of COVID, and we're still, still in it, but
yeah. It has been a lot for sure. Yeah, launched in April 2020. Who knew?
It definitely came at a very, very important time in my life, too, and in my career. So I'm so thankful and thrilled for everything that you've accomplished, for everything you've helped me through in my own professional career. Trust me, I remember when Squeeze launched, I remember crying to you because I had just performed my first ever webinar.
Yes.
And the feedback I got was
rotten.
Yes. And I was crying because I was like, oh my gosh. But it was also the first one I've ever done. And how many have I done now? I'm a pro. I have a webinar coming up next week.
Also, you present to the city council. Like, yes. Like, please.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way.
And a lot of it's too because the Squeeze has helped me with it. So, yeah, I'm thankful. And I'm always pitching the Squeeze to everybody new that I meet. So,
yeah. Do you even know Michelle if you haven't heard of the Squeeze? Probably not.
Right? So many of my friends, your friends, good friends with Kate now because of it too.
Yes. Like, I have met some incredible people through you. Yeah. Another lifelong Juice Bar member, Katie. Shout out.
So now to the questions. Because I do think we've gone through a lot with the Squeeze. But let's start, thinking about, reflecting on the journey. So it's been 4 years.
Okay.
So looking back at it, what moment stands out to you the most?
Moment? Okay, it's not a single moment, but it is a thing that continues to happen that is still special every time. That is when people that I know through various parts of my life, or maybe just met them through them joining the Juice Bar and getting to work with them on their career goals. And they come to office hours, or they're in one of the cohort programs, and they get to know each other and so invested in each other. Like, I can talk about you and Danielle and Jasmine were in my very first cohort for the Job Juice, and that was 3 years ago. And they still, they follow each other, they catch up, they root each other on. They're so, like, I love seeing that develop. Like, it has been a joy to help folks build their network with other amazing humans in this group. I think it's one thing to say, oh, you do career coaching, so you just work with a person. No, this is the relationships that people are building also with each other. Like, if you've ever been to office hours, if you're a part of the Juice Bar, part of that monthly fee goes to, you get access to a Q&A session every Thursday. And I never know if one person is going to jump on or if 10 people will show up. Anytime there are multiple people or a new person, I do introductions, and I do them for you so you don't have to. And it starts right there by making sure that people know things of interest to each other. And that, 4 years in, and there are so many parts of my life that I forget, oh, you two didn't know each other before the squeeze, is really cool.
Yeah. Shout out to Jasmine and Danielle, because we're still in touch, and it's been 4 years?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
and many, many jobs between all three of you.
Yes.
And one marriage.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, the Squeeze has had 2 marriages, just so you know. The Juice Bar has 2 couples that have gotten married over the last 4 years. It may be more, but 2 that I can think of. Oscar and Louise, and Jasmine and Danielle. I may have to fact check, but I think there's more.
All right. So, we've gone through some good times. We've gone through some bad times. What would you say has been your biggest challenge with the Squeeze?
Getting Nala to accept my invitation to be in the content. So this is actually Michelle's little dog here, Nala, who is very relaxed on set. Biggest challenge was, and still is, the continuation of job loss. 2023 was the toughest year of the Squeeze and supporting folks in their careers, because so many people lost their jobs, and not just like the high emotional burden that carries, but also the competition for every single role went up to 3-fold, because you are not just competing with the people that are interested in that job, you're competing with the thousands of people that also got laid off. And it is taking people double, triple the amount of time. And if you've never lost a job before, which I have, Greg has, we talk about that a lot, it is an emotional impact that you would not wish on anyone that you cared about. Because it is a lot. It's hard not to listen to the voices in your head that say, there was a reason why you lost your job in the layoff. No, there wasn't. It was an algorithm, or it was personal, because they just wanted to get rid of you. Like, it was not because you are not good at your job, because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. That wasn't it. And I really had high hopes for 2024, and the fact that by February there were already 40,000 layoffs in the tech sector. I was just like, please, I don't want to do another year of this. It is hard. It is hard for me personally to support folks when I too am like, am I going to lose my job? Greg lost his job last year, but we were able to, like, in a couple of weeks, he got the next job. But that's really not the norm. And yeah, to sit with that anxiety and fear while also trying to be the like support that people need is a lot. So yeah.
Yeah.
Could we please stop the layoffs? Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that season and ongoing season.
Yeah, like, can we please stop? Like, these shareholders are fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's a hard moment in the job sector. Yeah, not knowing what comes next or what to expect.
Yeah.
And I remember too the conversations in the juice bar and seeing the amount of people that were coming to the Squeeze office hours. I think, yeah.
It was very telling because there's also the folks that maybe didn't lose their jobs, but are miserable in their jobs and any other year would have left and been a job seeker, but are hanging on to a toxic job because they know what's going on as a job seeker. It is not a place that anybody wants to be in. So it's just all around, it has been hard. And I'm not like one of these like career coaches or community people that like, this is what I do full time. Like I also have a 10 to 3 that I, am in the tech sector. So again, it is, yeah, we can move on. That is Debbie Downer.
All right, let's move on to successes and impact. And then we'll end it with like what you think you want next for the squeeze.
Okay.
So thinking about success, what are you the most proud of?
Okay. Oh, this is easy. Okay. After I had 2 seconds to think about it. I am most proud of my ability to help people learn how to negotiate. Yes, because that is the gift that keeps on giving. Once you know how to do it and you get comfortable doing it and you get better at it every time you do it, that will just continue to add up over the lifetime of your career, right? It might be 5K tomorrow. It might be 50K the next time. It might be a flexible work schedule. It may be able to have 4 days remote, 1 day in the office. These things are valuable beyond measure. And I can say that we have added thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to JuiceBar members, like income and earnings because they have learned how to negotiate. I mean, almost every week somebody's like, that has worked with me for a few years. Somebody just recently took on a part-time job and I was like, oh, awesome. Tell me about it. And what is, what's the rate? What are you making? And they sent me all the details and they were like, and they showed me like, this was the rate, but this is what I negotiated. And they negotiated every single piece of it. And they were like, thank you for that. And that is something that, especially speaking to like people that did not come from money, that are trying to build their own financial foundation, that is huge to be able to have that like stability and know how to do it. Yeah. And I've even seen many, like it's actually over 10 now, JuiceBar members that are in the 100K club. So they make 100K plus. And that is also a huge milestone to be able to reach. So yeah, that like negotiating and get the things that you need. Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah. Yes, I can attest. As a JuiceBar member, I remember coming from the job I had previously to now, I doubled my income. Like, yeah, doubled.
That is huge.
Yeah,
huge. I mean, you can't. I mean, I guess I can't say you can't quantify that. You can, but the impact that it has going forward, I mean, it just continues to grow, right? Because when you make more, you can put more away in savings. You can feel more at peace and not worried about what's going to happen next month or how you're going to get to, you know, the next milestone that you have that's, you know, financial. So
yes, it sets the bar, and I cannot see myself going back. So
why would you? Why would you?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's the, you know, teach a person to fish is that idea. It's like, not only do you know how to do it, but I know that any friend of yours also now knows how to do it, because you are not going to let a friend walk into a negotiation or a performance review and not be prepared to negotiate.
Yeah, I think so. That is best tip. So yeah, for all of you ever wondering if you should join the Juice Bar, here is the reason why. So last question.
Okay.
What comes next? What are you looking forward to? Where do you want to take the squeeze?
So in January, I had a job juice cohort. So that is where we go through everything that a job seeker needs. Like, we start with career research, we work on your resume and cover letter, we do interview prep, and then we get prepared for when you get the job, and that's the negotiation part and starting strong. And in January, I said, in one of our cohort meetings, I was saying something like, you know, I would love to do, you know, one day be able to do the squeeze full time, but it's not, you know, I don't get to do that. And then somebody in the group said, yet. And I was like, oh, you're right. Yet. Like, not there yet. And that would be like, I would love to be able to do this full time, make content, create more courses, bring community together. So yes, there's the full-time piece, but there's another part that I have been playing with for the last couple of years, trying to figure out how to make it come together. And I do think 2025 will be the year that we will have a career retreat in Portugal.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, you know, having time to be able to be in a like supportive, caring environment, but also away from everything and with other people that are also trying to like navigate like what's next, how do I get there, what do I need to think about, like having that space I think could be really great. I don't know. And Portuguese wine, vino is amazing.
Yes.
So, you know, there's all kinds of wins there.
Hey, I've been to Portugal once and I'm dying to go back. So,
well,
I love that. I love it.
When Casa Clementina opens, be ready.
Oh, trust me, I will.
It'll be limited space.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ashley. Thanks for reflecting on this journey and for sharing it with everyone. On a personal note, just thank you for all the work that you do. I know you've impacted my life, and I know you've impacted every single person that's come through the SQUEEZE stores. So,
well,
happy birthday.
Thanks. Yeah, happy birthday to us. We did it. We made it. We're so grown. Oh, all right. Cheers. I guess now you've really got 4 years worth of the juice. You had better put it to use. Bye.